Where are you going to take him?
Let's move it.
I'm going with you.
I'm sorry, you can't go in there.
No, you don't understand. The man is my father.
Only medical personnel.
I'm trying to... Danny, what's my father? Abel, it's Mac. I just found him in his office. He slumped over his desk.
It's all right, nurse. I'll take care of everything. No. I'll tell you what. Why don't you wait here and I'll go in and find out what I can. Does Rachel know?
Yes, she knows. I called her when I was waiting for the ambulance. Sent her away.
Okay, fine. Listen, why don't you sit down, calm down. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Excuse me, sir. We'll need some insurance information.
Excuse me, could you tell us...
By the hour or for the whole night?
We're not looking for a room.
I'll make change for $1. The payphone's across the street.
I don't think you understand, sir. We're looking for a man. He's in his late 30s, a white guy with a beard.
He's with a black woman. She's tall, very pretty.
Talk ain't as cheap as it used to be.
Oh, right. Of course. You ready to talk?
All the exits to see him, Larry.
Well, if they're in here, they're not getting out.
If they're in here.
I remember now. The guy with the beard, sure. The real weirdo. That's not our usual clientele.
What's the room?
Let's see, I think... No, I'm sure. It's 3B.
3B. You got that, Dolan? I want 2 of your best out on the fire escape. You take the back way.
Okay.
Well, don't just stand there, McKinnon. Let's move it.
An amusing little wine, if a bit too presumptuous. But then aren't we all? This has been real nice evening. But it looks as if I'm the only one that's having a good time. Maybe I can loosen things up a little. Break the ice, so to speak. And don't you think it's time that you and I got to know each other a little better? Don't you?
Another world. This part is brought to you by Sure. You can raise your hand if you're sure, because Sure Antiperspirant has enough powerful protection to help you stay dry all day long.
Now, if you promise to be real good, I'll take the gag away. Do you promise? Just one thing. If you as much as make a sound, this'll work faster than any gag.
Thank you.
Hey. I said not a sound. See? All I want is your cooperation. I'll even loosen the knots if you cooperate. It won't be half as much fun if I have to do all the work.
I'll kick it in and go in first.
Be right behind you, Lieutenant.
Hold your fire unless I fire first.
Right.
Okay, on 3. You ready?
You don't know how I've dreamed about this. Having you here. Having you all by myself. Having you ready.
Great! Police! Hold it, McKinnon!
Yeah, hold it, McKinnon. Who's gonna make the first move, Lieutenant? You or this knife?
It's your move, Frank. You just drop the knife and nobody gets hurt.
Who said anything about anyone being hurt? We're just having a little party until you interrupted.
Drop the knife, Frank, and then we'll talk.
I don't want to talk. I want to have an after-dinner drink. Dessert, even. And you are not invited.
You want us to leave, Frank?
It's the polite thing to do.
All right, then. We'll leave. But before we go, tell me one thing. Why did you pick her?
How's that?
Well, you must meet hundreds of women. Any of them would be proud to go home with you.
I don't want just any woman.
No?
No, I want her. She's special. I could make her happy if she gave me a chance. If she just lay off that fancy boyfriend doctor of hers who is nothing.
You're not nothing, Frank.
Yeah, well, tell her that. Tell her I could make her laugh. I could make her happier than the doctor.
She knows how exciting you are.
Yeah? Well, then, leave us be. Both of you.
The thing is, Quinn is my friend. And I don't think you're making her very happy right now.
Yeah, well, I could. I would. If you would just leave us alone.
Frank, listen.
No. If you don't leave us alone, I will cut her. I swear I will.
Okay. Okay.
You don't want to do that. You care about Quinn, don't you?
Uh-huh.
We'll leave you alone if you'll give me the knife, Frank. You don't need it. Not anymore. If you care about Quinn, and I know you do, you'll give me the knife, Frank. Please. For Quinn.
Damn cops! Damn cops! You.
All right, looks like your fun's about over, Frank. Take him down to the station and book him.
I should have known never to have trusted you. I should have known.
Come on, Frank.
Are you okay, McKenna?
That's just a scratch. But Larry...
And there's no need to fret, sugar. Now, Larry knows his job. Take it from me.
But Aunt Lily, she's with that awful man.
And Bay City's finest will track him down.
But what if he hurts her before?
Now, don't talk like that. Don't let your imagination run wild.
We should have heard something by now.
Well, it hasn't been that long. Well, let's play cards or something. Oh, there's that new video game. We could plug it in and gobble up some spacemen.
Oh, if anything happens to Quinn.
Now, see, talk like that, it doesn't help. I know. Let's go in the kitchen and I'll make us something to eat.
I couldn't, really.
Not even for Lily's famous snack?
What's that?
Whatever's in the icebox with mustard and mayonnaise on top.
No, Aunt Lily, I'm really not hungry.
Your mama may be starving when she comes home. And besides, those officers might like a bite, too.
Well, okay.
That's the spirit. Come on, sugar. Oh, when they get word that Lily Mason is hanging out with these blues, honey. Are they gonna think I'm back in business? It's hard walking the straight and narrow, Thomasine, I'm gonna tell you.
Hello, my husband was just admitted.
Yes, ma'am, his name?
Mackenzie Corey, do you know what room?
Oh, the doctor is...
What happened? Where is he?
I told you on the phone. I found him in his office. He was unconscious.
I know. Where is he now?
He's in an examining room back there. They won't let anybody go back in with him.
Did you call Sandy?
Yeah, I called him. Mom, I just hope I got him here in time. When I found him, he was
Honey,
so
it's all right.
still.
It's all right. He's going to be all right. You did the right thing.
Oh, Jane and
Abel,
Rachel.
have you seen Mac? How is he?
Why don't we sit down first?
Abel, please, just tell me how he is. What's happened with my husband?
Please. Rachel, the truth is that it's too early to tell anything. But his condition seems stabilized.
Well, that's good, isn't it?
Well, yes, but we won't know anything until we've done more tests.
Yeah, well, what, is it his heart?
Well, it doesn't look that way, but again, we can't be sure of anything at this point.
Look, I know you're trying to do the best you can, but can't you tell us anything?
Well, just that in one way, he's very lucky, and that's that Dr. Reichel was in the hospital when Mac was brought in, and he's with him now.
Dr. Reichel? I know that name.
Right, he's the head of neurology.
What, do you think it has something to do with his brain?
Not necessarily, but we don't want to overlook anything, so we have the whole team working on Mac, and we will have some answers soon. I wish I could tell you more, but I will be here with you as long as I can help.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Abel.
Listen, forget it. He's in the very best of hands, and so far, he seems to be holding his own.
Could I see him?
I think we better wait till Dr. Reichel comes in.
please,
He's,
Abel,
he's probably right, Mom. I'll just be in the way.
Okay, now, Chapter 8. Let's see, our heroine, Ariella, she'll rip off her veil and she discovers... Miss Devon. Miss Devon!
Oh, my goodness. Chapter 6, yes, here we are. She jumped on her camel and she rides.
Wrong. That was 2 chapters ago.
Oh, good. I'm very sorry. I'm sorry, Miss Gallant, but we have been working on this now for 14 straight hours.
Time does not matter when you're inspired, Miss. Go see who's at the door.
On my way out, I hope.
All right, but I expect to see you first thing in the morning.
First thing in the morning, yes, I promise. Ah, Mr. Winthrop.
I like your hair, Miss Devon. Where is she?
Right in there, another one. Where do they get all this energy? Good night.
Good night. What's going on here?
Sorry, Cass, but I'm very busy.
Oh, yes, I know that. Look, I don't mind if you want to work yourself to death, but leave my stuff alone, okay?
What are you talking about?
I am talking about this manuscript. I edited it. I approved it for publication, and then you have your way with it.
It needed work, darling. And I felt like working.
You're not working. You're drowning in work, Felicia. Whatever happened to the lady in love?
Look, I told you, I am very busy. Excuse me.
Where is he, anyway?
He's not here.
Off wheeling and dealing, hmm?
Just drop it, Cass. Okay? He's not here.
What happened?
I have no intention of discussing
Oh, come
this
on.
with
Will you cut the tough talk? This is Cass. We've been through the wars together. You know you can tell me anything.
This is really all your fault.
Now we're getting somewhere.
Disaster you called a love affair.
We called a love affair.
I vowed on a stack of romance novels that I would never let a man make a fool of me again.
Good idea.
I was so careful, so cautious to pick just the right man.
And you got Hutchins? There's no justice.
Don't you dare make fun of me. This is tragic.
Oh, tragic.
Yes, tragic. What are you grinning at me like that for?
Oh, like what?
Like... Well, I don't know, like... Oh, Cass.
Oh, Felicia. Have you had supper yet?
No.
Well, I can't have my partner starving herself to death. Come on.
No, I don't feel like
I'll make a
it.
deal with you. You have something to eat, and I'll listen to why you changed all my work.
Only talk shop?
Cross my heart, the first person who mentions love has to pick up the tab.
Perry, you know, this isn't a very good time to have a discussion between a father and son.
You know, Dad, it seems like there never is a good time.
Yes, well, tomorrow. We'll have breakfast tomorrow, then you can tell me...
Dad, tomorrow may be too late. I'm a little worried about you.
About me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that's the nicest thing you've ever said to me.
And I'm worried about Felicia. I spoke to her today. I know you had a fight.
Well, Perry, I'm sure it's just good intentions.
Dad, I know it is none of my business, and that you're both adults and that you don't need me giving you advice. I realize that.
I'm glad we both agree on that. Now, look, if you don't mind,
Dad, will you please listen to me? I care about Felicia, and I don't want to see you leave her.
I didn't leave. I was thrown out. There's quite a difference, you know. Look, this is really all very personal. It's none of your concern.
Yes, it is, Dad. Felicia just may be the best thing that's ever happened to you. She makes you smile. She makes you laugh, you know? She almost makes you human.
Well, I think that's the second kindest thing you've ever said.
I said almost. And besides, you know, the closer you get to Felicia, the easier things are for me.
Perry, I find it very difficult to discuss such personal matters with my son.
We don't discuss anything. At least we never did until Felicia came along. Now tell me, does that mean anything to you? Does it?
Are you all right? Jamie, why was he in the office?
I don't know. He was working on something.
Yeah, well, it must have been important.
Maybe.
Jamie, come on, you're the one who found him there. I mean, didn't you see what he was working on? Couldn't you tell? I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's just that... I'm trying to figure out what he was doing there, you know? Maybe it'll give us some clue as to why this happened.
I don't think that we're ever going to know that, Sandy.
Jamie, there has to be a cause. I mean, Mac was happy. Well, he had everything he wanted. He was back with his family.
Sometimes these things just happen, you know? There isn't always a cause and effect.
So what do the doctors have to say?
Just need to run more tests.
Run more tests. Jamie, that's not enough.
Wait, look, we can't go in there. I tried to go in, Mom tried to go in. We're just going to have to wait.
So Jamie, what are we supposed to do? Just stand around here and do nothing?
You want to do something?
Yeah.
Call Blaine. Don't you think she's worried?
Yeah, you got any money? Must have been rough.
What?
Finding him there like that.
Yeah.
It's funny, you're always the one who's there. I mean, if you
just
hadn't...
wish that I knew how long he was there, then maybe I wouldn't be so worried.
Yeah, well, when he stopped by the house, he seemed all right.
What do you mean, he stopped by your house?
Yeah, he wanted to make sure that things were right between the two of us.
Well, then we better make sure they are.
Yeah. I better call Blaine.
Is he all right?
Yeah, I think so.
He's just like Mac. He hates hospitals, too.
Well, I'm beginning to understand why.
Quinn, it's all over. He's not going to hurt you anymore. It's okay. It's okay, really.
Go away.
Quinn.
I said go away.
I promise you everything's going to be all right.
Shannon, why don't you get that cut of yours cleaned up?
Can you see
Now. Quinn? Do you look at me? Quinn, he's gone. Nothing's gonna happen. You wanna get out of here? Okay, we can stay here as long as you want. You know, I called Thomasina, and I told her that you're all right. Lily's with her. So whenever you're ready, I'll drive you home. Are you cold? Here, let me give you my coat. Let me put this around your shoulders, Gwen, because I know it's cold in here. Here we go. I'm going to put this around your shoulders, all right? Here. You know, I'm really sorry this happened to you. It shouldn't have happened to anybody, but especially not to you. I know you must feel real bad right now. Would it be all right if I put my arms around you? It's a good girl. It's gonna be all right.
You got everything?
The knife.
It's all right.
We'll get right out of here.
I'm sorry.
Rachel, this is Dr. Reichel.
Hello, Mrs. Corey.
Doctor, what can you tell us?
Mom?
Abel, what is it? Is there any news yet?
Well, Dr. Reichel was just about to explain.
We've only done preliminary tests, but I think at this point my preliminary diagnosis was right.
What is it?
It appears your husband suffered a stroke.
Stay tuned for the next part of Another World. And now, the next part of Another World.
A stroke?
It's too early to tell the extent of damage. I've ordered a CAT scan and several other tests.
Yeah, well, when will we know?
Send her, your father's out of any immediate danger.
Well, thank God for that.
A couple of hours, and that should tell us a great deal more. I'm sorry, I want to get back to the patient.
Wait, doctor. Man, a few words, huh?
Well, Dr. Reichel isn't very talkative, but your father is in the best of hands.
I want to go in and see him, Abel, okay?
Well, you can't. They've already taken him up for a CAT scan.
But he is out of danger.
He's been monitored ever since he came to the hospital. His overall health is fine. He's a strong man. The outlook is good.
Is he conscious?
No, but that's normal. You shouldn't expect him to come out of it at least until morning.
Okay, well, I guess that's all we can do at the moment.
Yeah, Jamie's right, Rachel. Look, why don't we all go to the cafeteria, get some coffee or something?
I would like to stay here and wait for Dr. Reichel to come back.
Okay, well, you sure?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we'll bring you back some coffee.
I don't want any coffee.
Abel, thanks for everything, huh?
Sure.
Yeah, thanks, Abel.
Listen, I'll be here a while longer, so don't worry.
Do they have any idea of what brought this on?
Well, this last month or so, it hasn't been an easy one for Mac, has it?
No, it hasn't. Of course, lately he's been spending a lot of late hours at the office, and he's, you know, keeping up with the children at home.
Sure. That could be a contributing factor, but...
But what?
Dr. Reichel and I have gone over Mac's recent medical history, and there's a chance it has something to do with Mac's plane crash.
Gwen, it's all right. He's gone. We can go home.
No, Larry. He has
The
a knife.
policeman took the knife away. Now, I'm not going to let anybody hurt you, believe me. You believe me, don't you?
I don't know.
Quinn, I give you my word. Now, you give me something, okay? Give me your hand. Give me your hand, Quinn. Okay? It's all over. It's all over. Come on.
Larry, he was going to... I was just so scared. I was so scared.
It's all right, Quinn.
I was just so afraid.
Okay, cry. Just cry all you want. I know. I don't blame you. I was too.
Where are you? And Thomasina's all right.
Yeah, she's waiting for you right now. Let me take you home. Okay?
I want to.
All right.
I want to go home.
Okay.
I've just been in so much trouble, Larry.
Yeah. Big trouble. I don't know what I'm gonna do with you, Gwen.
Oh, let's look.
You look beautiful. You look beautiful. A little too much blush, but other than that, I think you look great. Is that a smile? It's a smile, isn't it? Oh.
Now, Perry, I'm sure you have many more interesting things to do than to sit around here talking to me.
No, not really, Dad.
No? Well, how's your young girlfriend?
Oh, Amy?
Amy. Yes, very pretty girl. I hope it's not serious.
No, not really. She's very nice, though.
Yes, they all are. Well, you're too young to be serious.
Oh, and how old were you when you met Mom?
Oh, I was older. Well, not much.
Was Mom pretty?
Yes, very. But that didn't mean much to me at that time.
Oh, it didn't?
No. By the time I met your mother, I was a very earnest young man. I'd made a vow that I would make it some kind of impression on this world.
You have?
And your mother was very smart and very ambitious. That mattered more to me than her looks.
Mom was ambitious?
Oh, yes. Very.
Huh.
But she changed.
What happened?
You were quite a surprise.
Carl, aren't you finished yet?
Look, Perry, thanks very much for stopping by, but I really have a rather pressing engagement.
Who is that?
Who? Oh, that, well, it's nobody, really. It's a friend from Chicago.
Carl, I've read every magazine in that little room there. It's time you put your work away. Oh, hello.
Perry, this is a business associate of mine from Chicago.
Carl, you did say something about a supper, didn't you?
Yes, of course, Tara. Tara von Damon, this is my son, Perry. Perry, I'd like to introduce you to Tara.
I didn't know Carl had a son. You have so many secrets, Carl.
Yeah, so many secrets, Carl.
Will you be joining us, Perry?
No, I was just leaving.
Look, Perry, about breakfast tomorrow.
Didn't waste much time, did you, Dad? Listen, you have a nice little supper, Hal. Talk to you later.
All gone. I'm glad we weren't hungry.
Aunt Liz could see us now.
Lucky Aunt Liz. 2 weeks in New York. Can you imagine? The theaters, the ballets, the boutiques. I can't
miss
believe
her.
it. I know. Bet she doesn't miss us, though. I bet right now. Sally.
I just miss having her to talk to.
Who am I? Your mortal enemy? You can talk to me.
Thanks, it's not the same, though. I'll go take this in the kitchen.
It's David, isn't it?
I didn't say that.
You didn't have to. I mean, Sally, for someone who's about to get married, you've been awfully down lately.
It's nothing.
Nothing. Nothing, huh?
Look, I said I don't want to talk about it, okay?
Of course, I'm just a superficial kind of person that you don't want to talk
Julia,
to. But
cut it out.
there is one thing I know. Sally, you're always making things so complicated.
Complicated?
Yes! You're always worrying too much about all these little things.
Well, some things aren't so little, Julia.
Like David, you mean?
Okay, yes, like David.
Are you worried about him?
He's just been under a lot of pressure because of the business and everything.
He's on the skids, huh?
Oh, you have a real delicate way of putting things,
Well, is he or isn't he?
I don't know. He puts up a good front, but he's so upset all the time.
And you want to help him, of course.
I think I've helped him too much already.
What?
Nothing. I just don't want David's problems to start becoming Kevin's problems if there was some way to protect him.
Is there?
Well, Peter says there are certain steps I could take.
Then take them. Honestly, Sally, you're always making things so
complicated, I know.
Look, I know how you feel about Kevin. You love him. And you'll make sure he's okay.
I want to. I really want to.
You will. Now let me have a bowl and I'll go make some more popcorn. See? You can talk to me. You said you couldn't talk to me. You can talk to me.
Quinn, I was so scared.
Oh, honey, it's all over now. It's all over now.
Hey, you got an extra hug for me, Quinn?
Oh, Lily. You know I do.
Oh, sugar, I am not much for prayers, but every one of them was answered tonight.
That goes for all of us.
And, Lieutenant Ewing, you got a big hug coming, too.
Oh, yes, ma'am. I'm just glad it was a happy ending.
Oh, you two must be starving. I got a kitchen full of food.
Look, I'd love to stay, but I still have a report to fill out. You gonna be okay, Quinn?
I'm in my own home with my own family.
I still think I should have taken you to the hospital.
I'm fine, Larry. Thanks so much. If it weren't for you...
Look, I was doing my job. Now, you enjoy your reunion here, and take it easy for a couple of days. That's an order.
Yes, sir. You know, Larry, Clarice is right.
About what?
He's always saying what a lucky woman she is. Well, she is.
Okay, you two. Come on, let's get out of here. If you need anything, you call me.
I will, Larry.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
You are welcome here anytime, Lieutenant.
Thomasina, take care of her.
You two boys. And that's just what we're gonna do. Thomasina, you go get your mama a plate of my scrumptious casserole.
Oh, Lily, I couldn't eat now. Really, I couldn't.
Well, all right, then. Give me a plate of this stuff, honey. All this worry's giving me an appetite.
Me too.
Miss Harding, I don't mind telling you that I was scared to death.
I know the feeling, Lily.
You know, I never had a family before, and I thought if I was going to lose God, who'd believe this? Me speechless.
Oh, Lily, don't say anything. I'm home. I'm home.
Oh. Now, look. Now, don't be scaring me like that no more, okay? Woo!
Carl, this late supper was your idea, remember? A private conference, you said. Just
Yes.
the two of us?
Yes, I know what I said.
And here I've been cooling my heels while you finish your business, and, well, then you entertain your son, and now I'm ravenous.
Tara, darling, you're always ravenous.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I find most charming about you.
Well, then.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just suddenly not in the mood.
Oh, you're not?
Look, we'll have that other conference some other day, all right?
Don't count on it.
Look, don't be that way.
I'll be any way I want to be. Some conference, some supper.
Look, I'll have my man drive you back to Chicago. How's that?
Don't bother. I've got my own man, darling. Oh, next time you want to do business, you better mean business. Good night, Carl.
Tara. Come on, answer. 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 Oh, why don't you answer? Where the hell is she at this hour?
See, I told you, nothing.
Well, I thought I heard it ringing.
You're imagining things.
And just what is it that you're imagining? What do you think you're doing?
I'm just making myself comfortable.
No, sorry. This is where I turn into a pumpkin and you turn into a rat.
Oh, come on, Felicia, just one little night.
No, you can have your nightcap at home.
That's
Come on.
gratitude for you. After I saved you from the depths of despair.
All right. I thank you for the burgers and beer, but I am now throwing you out. Get up.
Felicia,
And
I
besides,
still-
you have work to do.
I do?
Yes, remember all the revisions we talked about? You have to get them in the book before you go to publication, don't you?
Work, 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 work. You know what? I liked you a lot better when you were in love.
Mr. Corey is a very lucky man.
So your hunch was right, Doctor?
Yes, it was an embolic stroke, but luckily not a major one.
What does that mean?
I think that your husband must have suffered a severe blow to the head during the plane accident.
Well, why didn't the doctors in Lake Louise tell him?
Well, there was no way to tell at first.
And I think that recently he has been suffering from symptoms.
Headaches, maybe. A couple, that's all.
Maybe he's been hiding some dizziness, some nausea. The thing is, he has had a time bomb waiting to go off, right in his brain.
Well, what set it off?
Oh, that I don't know. Possibly stress, hypertension.
You mean work?
Possibly.
The thing to remember, though, is that the damage was minimal.
Absolutely. There will, however, be a period of rehabilitation necessary. Mr. Corey has suffered weakness on the right side of his body. There will have to be a good deal of physical therapy before he can use certain muscles again.
What muscles? Can he talk? Can he walk?
He will be able to do both with some difficulty, especially in the speech, Mrs. Corey.
I think what Dr. Reichel is trying to say is that Mac will be able to understand everything completely.
Yes. It's just in the speech. His responses might be a bit labored.
Wait a minute. He will be able to think clearly, though, right? He's just not going to be able to put his thoughts into words.
Yes, exactly. And this is a temporary condition. Mr. Corey should recover completely in every way.
Did you hear that, Mom?
Yeah, I heard that.
Huh?
That's good news.
Rachel, it's the best news.
We have your son to thank, Mrs. Corey, for bringing Mr. Corey in so quickly.
He's gonna be all right. Did you hear that?
Yeah, Abel's right, Rachel. It is. It's the best news.
We'll be keeping him in intensive care at least until tomorrow afternoon.
Well, can I see him?
Of course. There's just one thing that I warn you about. The biggest obstacle in cases like these is the patient's attitude.
Oh, you don't have to worry about my husband.
Mrs. Corey, even the strongest men become depressed when their bodies can't do what their minds tell them to do. Sometimes, in fact, the stronger the man, the greater the frustration.
Well, we're not going to let him get depressed, are we? Or frustrated,
Nope.
right?
Right. That's right.
Sometimes it isn't necessarily that easy.
I think, if it's okay, Sandy and I'd like to see Mac, too.
Jamie, suppose we just let your mom go in, and then tomorrow the rest of the family can visit.
If you'll come this way, Mrs. Corey.
Give him our love, Rachel.
Yeah, I will.
And why don't you two guys let me treat you to a cup of coffee?
You're on.
Yeah, lead the way.
Thanks, but it's really just a cut.
Well, you still better have somebody take a look at it.
I will. Some excitement today, huh?
You stay with Lieutenant Ewing, and you'll always be where the action is.
He was something else, wasn't he?
You were pretty good yourself.
No, I don't care for the rough and tumble stuff. It doesn't impress me.
No?
No, it's the way a cop handles people. Did you see the way he was with Miss Harding?
Yeah, he's always like that.
Like what?
You know, cool. I mean, Lieutenant comes on like Dirty Harry sometimes, but then...
He surprises you.
Yeah. I guess that's how he got the nickname.
What nickname?
You know, some of the guys, they call him the Touch.
The touch?
And don't you dare say where you heard that.
You're safe with me. The touch.
How's the first battle scar, McKinnon?
Well, the medic says I'll live, Lieutenant.
You guys look like you're just about done here.
Yeah, we got everything we need, Lieutenant. Okay if we head on back?
Yeah, I'm going back to the station myself. Hey, McKinnon, don't you have a report to fill out?
I'll be long in a minute.
McKinnon, you did pretty good work today. I don't want you to get a big head, but I'm going to put it in the report, and I just thought you ought to hear it.
Thanks.
Don't thank me. You should be proud of yourself. You saved a woman's life today.
Oh, come on, I just bought us a little time.
That's what we needed.
To tell you the truth, I was a little scared there for a minute.
Well, you should be. That's a sign of a smart cop. You're a smart cop. I'll see you at the station.
Right.
Stay tuned for the conclusion of Another World.
Certainly, Kenneth.
Darling, the doctor says you're going to be all right. Can you hear me? Sandy and Jamie are here. Darling, we're all with you. I don't know how long they're going to let me stay in this room with you. But I'll be right outside. I'm not leaving you. Do you hear that? I love you.
This part of Another World was brought to you by Rich Formula Prel. With its soft, gentle fragrance and its special silkeners, Prel puts the ooh in shampoo. Join us each weekday at this time for the continuing story of Another World.